Yo, what's going on, guys? We're back again with another video on Vibes from the Six. Today, I got my guy Bice in the building. I got Rum. I got Vader Games. Kendall's going to be coming through. We also have a couple other people jumping through in the stream as we go. Yeah, we're going to have United rep coming in. And if I'm not mistaken, what other club's missing here? So we got Newcastle coming in. We got United coming in. Who's missing?
You're being rude.
Tottenham. Tottenham. Where's Jay? Jay's going to be jumping in too. Jay's going to be jumping in too. So give it some time. Jay's going to be jumping in. Let's get the show started. I'm going to just play the intro. As we go through, make sure you guys do what you got to do. Hit that like button. Let's get the stream on at least 100 likes. And if you're watching on the playback and it's not past 100 yet, hit that like button. Yo, people, so what's going on? Sabitzer brace. Man United up 2-0 versus Sevilla. Everything is rosy. They're going to the next round, even without Rashford. I turn my TV off, ladies and gentlemen. I turn it off. I go pray. I go do what I have to do. Go to the mosque. I come back quickly. After a couple of rak'ahs, don't blame me. I had to come back quickly. But after a couple of rak'ahs here and there, I come back. I look at my on my phone. I see people tweeting about Arsenal's 2-goal lead against Liverpool. I'm like, why are we still talking about Arsenal's 2-goal lead that we conceded against Liverpool? Oh, because Man United fans were the loudest talking all this shit about Arsenal conceding 2 goals when they held 7 at that ground. But they're at home 2-0 up after a Sabitzer brace in like the first 14 minutes, and they come back. Sevilla come back from that. On top of that, now they have an injury issue. I'm not here to make fun of anyone's injuries. Honestly, that's terrible. It's terrible to see anyone getting injured. But based on the run of your season, you're so dependent on all these key players that are now falling out in the business end of the season. Now you know how Liverpool felt a couple years ago. Now you know how Arsenal felt last year when we didn't get top 4. Now you know how Chelsea felt at the beginning of the season when their injuries were going down. All these teams, I can't mention a season when City had this many injuries at one point in the season. I honestly don't even know. But maybe you guys have been fortunate with injuries.
We did. The season Liverpool went on their run, it got dismissed because they went on their run.
To be fair, you did. You did have injuries.
Fair enough. What's happening right now? No, Bruno just got a yellow card, out for the next tie. Rashford injured for Man United. Varane just got injured today, as you guys can see in the thumbnail. Martinez, Achilles injury. Same thing that basically made Kobe retire.
No, that's their core. That's basically their core. Two centre backs, a central midfielder, and their top goal scorer. That's kind of their core.
It's not even done. Luke Shaw's out already before this game. Garnacho is done for the season already.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is done for the season.
These guys have almost an entire 11 of players that would have started at one point this season going down.
Do you know what, right?
Chelsea at the beginning of the season, guys told me to just put the next man up. So we have to see the same thing. Remember, I like keeping it consistent. Next man up mentality, man. Come on, you guys have the big team. You have all these top players. Do the same thing. Next man up. They
gotta find a solution.
Mighty United,
I don't wish injury on any player, but when it comes to them, I'm not complaining. I don't wish injury on any other player, but that club, I despise that club.
Bro, so Achilles injury.
My season's done, so my happiness is dependent on their downfall.
You know what? Their season might be done.
At the beginning of
their season might be done.
Yeah.
I'm not here to criticize Man United. Next season they'll definitely be up there. But an Achilles injury, boys, is no easy injury to recover from.
I've had one. And you know what? Even when he comes back, even when Martinez comes back, he's still going to be cautious. He may not be flying into tackles as he does now. I've had an Achilles injury, and it's
trust is going to have to be built when he comes back. Trust is going to have to be built. Can he rely on his body? But at the same time, I mean, I think there's a silver lining for these United fans because they can lean on the brilliance of Ten Hag, right? They've got this manager. They haven't had confidence like this since Sir Alex Ferguson, right? So I think they can lean on him. He can get a result because they believe in this man. He should be able to do the job.
Plus, Harry Maguire is back in the starting lineup. Who doesn't want to see that?
Captain.
Yeah, let me ask you guys this: don't you? His Argentina teammates picked him up. Why aren't the United teammates picking him up?
Listen, man.
What?
I don't know.
We're trying to read into that.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to make any narratives. I'm not trying to piss off United fans.
Actually, I know why.
But I'm just like, this is great sportsmanship. I love to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
two teammates from his international teammates supporting their friend as he got injured, even though he plays for another team. That friendship and bond is still there. It's beautiful to see.
But I've realized as well, yes, they're all from Argentina in that shot, but also they were 2-0 down at that point. They're trying to get the game on. Where United,
I was thinking the same thing.
United players are probably thinking, you know what? If he stays
let
down,
the stretcher come on the pitch.
Exactly.
Like let them take the time now, because
that's also why they done it.
Let's go to
it better be why they done it. It better be why they done it.
We got Kabak in the house. Kabak in the house saying he played center back. My guy with the super chat, the first super chat of the night. Big up to you guys. If you want to submit super chats to help out the channel, it helps the channel out a lot. As you guys know, we do this for you guys. The guy saying here, inject it, 2-goal lead at home, and they bottled it basically. And he's laughing. You know what? It is a crazy thing. Yo, Jay, man, how you doing, man? I almost forgot about you. I was like, "Where's Jay?" At the beginning
boys, I'm sorry. Apologies. I'm here. I was. I heard Chelsea are still in the bottom half of the Premier League, so I couldn't miss the opportunity to see my good friend Bice. Sorry about.
We're not even talking about them right now.
I got that one wrong, Bice. Sorry.
Jay,
apologies.
Forget about that. You have just been given the biggest lifeline. Tottenham Football Club have been given the biggest lifeline of the season. Manchester United are in a crisis, an injury crisis. No Rashford, no Varane, no Garnacho, no Bruno in the next Europa League tie, no friggin' Martinez. You got a team.
Are they going to Newcastle next as well?
No Luke Shaw as well.
Forest first, then Newcastle.
If Newcastle is in midweek next week.
Yes, because I know they got Forest. They got Forest away, which isn't going to be easy, fighting for their life on Sunday, and then I think it's Newcastle after that, I believe.
Bro, it's a massive. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. This is how many players they just lost in the span of 24 hours. That's mental.
That is crazy.
Wow. You know what?
Next man up. Come on.
To y'all point, they got Nottingham Forest the 16th. Then they play the second leg of the Europa on the 20th, and then they play Brighton on the 23rd.
So what are we saying about United before the United rep comes in? You guys just say your thing. What are you saying? You saying they're losing? They're dropping out of the top 4, or is that too reactionary?
Panic settings. All, whether it's Spaces, whether it's YouTube United content, panic settings. Everybody should be on red alert, DEFCON, whatever. They need to be worried because this is dangerous. This is dangerous for them. Their season's in the balance.
Injury to insult. 2 of their people who came in. Luke Shaw's replacement, own goal. Harry Maguire, Martinez's replacement, 92nd minute, own goal.
This Maguire guy can't get a break, bro.
Bro, United basically scored all 4 goals today.
Football comedy.
Right.
You just can't make this stuff up, bro. Maguire, I can't even blame him for the own goal, bro. But
his head's just too big. His head's just too big. He tried to get out of the way. He tried to get out the way.
No, that's crazy.
You know, I feel like if he stood up, he would have bounced off and went out. But this guy just cushioned it into the goal. I was like, amazing technique still.
Yo, I'm gonna show my age. They need to do a comp of that game with Benny Hill music behind it, because that's bloopers.
That one. Yeah. You know what? Listen, I feel bad for these guys. All season they've been loud though, so you can't really feel too sorry for them because of the fact that they've been so loud.
Yeah, no feeling.
That Newcastle loss, if they lose against the next team they play, which they could easily lose, Jay. What are you saying? You're back in the top. You're back in the driving seat for top 4 if they lose to Nottingham Forest away.
I think Jay's managing something right now.
Jay's managing something. What are we saying, people? Nottingham Forest. They're currently big favorites against Forest away. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I could see a draw.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah. I could see it. Last game on a Sunday, under the lights, crowd up for it, with all them players missing. I don't think United lose that game, but I think
that starts for Nottingham, right? It starts.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be easy to score against him, bro.
Give me your score predictions, ladies and gentlemen. What are we saying? United, Nottingham Forest. Everyone in the
2-2.
chat.
2-1. I think Anthony and Sabitzer score.
Bro, I don't
feel-
see Anthony and Sabitzer scoring, bro. I think United get out of there. United get out of there with a 0-0 draw or a 1-0 loss. I don't see goals in that game. No Rashford, no Bruno. I mean, no Rashford, no Garnacho, no Luke Shaw, no Varane, no Martinez. Bro, it's peak.
Bruno's gonna get a fluky. It's gonna be a 1-0. Bruno's gonna get some fluky. I see it.
I think a 2-2.
2-2.
But I can't lie, Martial is key. He played amazing. I'm not going to say the whole game, but first half he was very good. I think he'll have something to say. I think on his Premier League return, he'll probably score. I think that'll be goals galore. I think that'll be a 2-2 draw, man. Because Forest aren't. Yeah, you have to actually. You can't use Chelsea and Liverpool as the measuring stick because we're pants. But Art's bias, Art's my club. You go there. It's not the easiest ground.
Yo, is there FA Cup this weekend?
Next weekend.
Oh, okay.
Or
I don't think
Everyone plays this weekend. Everyone.
Okay, because I was wondering, because I'm seeing people already talking about Brighton United next week. I'm like, why are you guys worried that far ahead? Beat Nottingham Forest first. like you're way too far ahead. They're worrying about that game. They're like, Brighton's gonna beat us now in the cup. We're out of the cup. No, focus on your next game. Don't get too ahead of yourself.
Sorry, I was. Were you waving at me?
No. We're talking about the United situation and everything about them, because they're worrying so far ahead. They're thinking about the next game versus Sevilla. They're thinking about if they're thinking too far in advance, they might find themselves in a situation where they lose to Forest and they'll be like, yo, now we gotta win our next game. Because look at this is the situation. Achilles injury is out for the season. I think Varane, we don't know the extent of his injury. Rashford, he could be back in a couple weeks, but the reality is the next 4 games they're going to be missing a lot of their key players. Do you think how do you think they get out of this situation? Nottingham Forest at home. Majority of us are saying draws. Sevilla second leg. They could easily lose that. They're lucky the Chelsea game's postponed because Bice, you would have got something away at Old Trafford this time.
What?
You would have got
Have you
something.
seen us?
Bro, you would have got something.
Cause what would we have gotten?
A 0-0. That's what you
We
guys
would
always
have gotten
get.
we would have conceded on the last minute 1-0 shame performance.
Big up Capo in the house. But yeah, just before we go any further, everyone make sure you do hit that like button. We're just going to end off this segment, the United segment, before we go into the Liverpool segment. Jay, are you advantage Tottenham? What are you saying?
I don't even see my club, bro.
I would say it's
still do that.
We got to get through the next game and beat Bournemouth, which is going to be a tricky game actually because Bournemouth have ticked up a little bit, but we've got some horrible. I don't think without a manager, I don't think we're going to be strong enough to get through some of the games that we've got. Tough games. Well, if we hadn't have do you see those? Do you see? Oh my God, Yowie!
Oh my God!
Jay,
I didn't know you guys had it this bad.
I didn't know you had it this
bad.
Yeah,
Yo, did you guys know Tottenham had it this bad?
Yeah, look at that finish. Even
you think you'll get 4? Do you think you'll get 4?
Look
at that running. Villa, Newcastle, Liverpool away. Oi, we'd be lucky to get 3 points from those 3 games. I'm not gonna lie.
Doesn't matter. You'll get that home cooking like you did at Brighton.
No, I keep saying, yeah.
See the left side. Look at it. The left side. I think we could win all those 3 games on the left. On the right side, I think we could arguably lose all those 3 games on the right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we're gonna scrape a draw in one of them, and I'll say if we get 10 points from this 6 games, we'll have done very well.
Okay, what is everyone saying? Bournemouth, Tottenham. While we're on this case, let's talk about it. Bournemouth, Tottenham.
I think Spurs win, but quickly on Spurs, right? Everyone likes to say how bad they are, whatnot.
Yeah,
they're still in and around 4th. They're just such a weird club. Like you just get a result out of nowhere, like this weekend. Even though they got robbed, you still won the game on paper.
Yeah, it was an absolute robbery what we did.
No, but look at their recent form. Their recent form is 2 wins out of their last 5.
Two wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat. And if you look at those 2 draws, 2 last-minute draws, 1 screamer against Everton and 1 penalty that shouldn't have been against Southampton. So we really should have 4 more points than we actually have. But it's a reflection of us not being good. Like it's like you not being a good club, like you not being a good team is is simplified in those moments when you panic, because good
But you know
teams
what the
don't
crazy
panic.
thing is, though? The crazy
Yeah.
thing is this team is actually what at the beginning of the season was on pace to be your best team ever points wise.
Yeah, but the thing is if the World Cup hadn't, like, there's a lot of things that have gone too long for me to go into it. In fact, I'm in a fan base. I was in a space before and we were talking about Daniel Levy, and people know me. I'm Enoch neutral. I say Enoch neutral because if I say Enoch in, they'll kill me. Yeah, so I'm Enoch neutral. Yeah, and because people always talk, because I'm always like, oh, Daniel Levy. They're always like Daniel Levy. I'm like, look at Bowley. You think it's easy running a football club? Look at Bowley.
Yo, guys, just so you guys know, the United fans showed up. Big up, you guys.
I was on another show. Don't play that. Don't play that. You know I was on another show.
I know we're gonna get to Chelsea in a second, but I just want to say,
talking about you.
Listen, Bowley took over a club that was third, spent 600 million, took them to 11th. Yeah, and it's just flipping. So I'm just like this is what I'm saying. Be careful what you wish for, you know.
Because you just might get it.
We're just waiting for Kendall now. Then we're gonna actually have the top 4 conversation. Yeah. But yo, Steph, injury issues hit you today hard. Are you worried now going into that next game? Are you scared a little bit?
I'm not scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm annoyed about what happened. Do you want to talk about the game or just the injuries? Because I just
talk
came
to me
from
about a little bit about both. Just give me your cliff notes.
First half amazing. I'm sitting here thinking life is good. I'm thinking about all the stuff I'm gonna say on the match reaction, and then when I get on this show, life is good. I'm gonna sit here and brag about Martial and this and that. Then at halftime, I don't know what the hell happened. Varane goes off with an injury. I don't even know what injury it is. I think it's an ankle injury. I'm yet to read anything about it. So he goes off with an injury. I don't know if any of you guys watched the game. Lissandro grabs his ankle, but it looks like it's not an ankle injury. It's an off-ball injury. It looks like an Achilles injury. Yeah. And if anyone knows anything about Achilles injuries here, you're out for a good year. You know, maybe someone with Lissandro's size, because he's built a little bit smaller, that could work in his benefit. I don't know if you guys are basketball fans, but if you remember when KD,
Kobe Bryant,
also Kobe, but I was going to talk about KD a couple years ago in that finals against Toronto. I mean, Gal, you're from Toronto, I think, so you definitely know what I'm talking about. He grabs his Achilles. You don't see KD until 2 years later. Yet again, KD is about 7 feet tall, so he's built a little bit different. Someone Lissandro's size, he's like 5'10", 5'9". His recovery from injury is going to be different. But anyways,
I've had one, bro. The kids injuries, they're a pain. They're a pain.
It's not nice.
Having to be carried off the field, that's really worrisome.
Do you know when it's worse? Whenever a player, whenever it's non-impact and they just go down, that's even worse.
Lissandro's a tough guy, and you see him grabbing his face like this. When he grabbed his face, I was like, wait, what's going on? Is he crying or something? I didn't see right away. I had to see the replay. Then I see his Argentinian boys are all around, and I'm like, all right, this is not good. Because now all his boys are like, just there comforting him. And then they carry him off, and then he can't walk off it. Thankfully, I've never had this injury. I've had one of my friends before playing ball. He got that injury. I remember that day like it was yesterday. When you hear an Achilles pop, you'll understand how scary that injury is. Yeah. When they can't walk off it and they know like it's the worst thing that can happen to you. Go ahead.
Big up Kendall in the house. Kendall, how you doing? How's everyone
good,
doing?
thank you.
So we got a full house now. This is the top 7 show now. It's no longer top 6. But you know what? The bottom 3 right there, they got a big challenge on their hands. The top 4 race has just been blown open because of a Manchester United injury crisis. For anyone who doesn't know who's just joining the stream, Varane is injured. Martin is injured. Rashford is injured. Luke Shaw is injured. And Garnacho is injured. And reportedly all out with injuries. And some of them could be out for the rest of the season in the sense of Luke Shaw, I don't know what the extent of his injury is, but Garnacho and Martinez's injury are long-term. Varane's injury just seems like an ankle injury. It doesn't seem like it's that bad. And Rashford
What actually happened to Martinez? Because I saw him stood at the side of the pitch, but then I saw the stretcher was there.
He had like an Achilles pop. He had an Achilles pop. That's what we're thinking. Obviously, we're not there. We don't know exactly what happened.
It's been confirmed,
but just off the ball. Oh, it was confirmed? All right, there you go. Yeah, he's definitely done. It was an off-ball injury. Just grabbed his leg out of nowhere. Like when you get an Achilles, it feels like someone hit you. So you just go around to see like who tripped over you, who touched your leg or whatever. He went like this, grabbed his leg, knew it was Achilles straight away. Martinez is not only done for the season. I think Martinez is done until like maybe like Christmas of next year, something like that. Because we're in April. He's out for a good at least 7 months.
Yeah, and you know what? Insult to injury for anyone who didn't watch the game. Harry Maguire own goal. It was the equalizer to end the game.
Two own goals, not just Maguire.
That was
The
the
first one
I
biggest
know.
comedic. That was
It
the
was
biggest comedic own goal I've seen in a while. Excellent technique by him, to be fair. To
What a
cushion that
finish.
ball down
It
like
had
that.
to be Maguire. I cannot live a day without being. You know how many people are going to DM me this goal now? I hate the fact that it had to be Maguire. It could have been anyone else on the pitch. There's 10 other players that
His
that
head's
goal could
too
have
big. He tried to get out of the way.
You're number one person to talk about how it could have been anyone else. Now I have to wake up tomorrow to so many DMs of that Maguire own goal. It's fucking believable how unlucky this shit is.
So now, with that being said, it's time to actually talk about the top four. Top four, guys. I know you're out of it, Rom. I know you're out of it, Vice. So you don't have to worry about getting involved in this conversation. But when it comes to the bottom three right there, we got 3 games. We got Tottenham versus Brighton. Bournemouth. We got Aston Villa versus Newcastle, and we got Nottingham Forest versus Man United. Tottenham are the one team that are 3 points behind. If they beat Bournemouth, level on points with the rest of you two. Then Newcastle, Aston Villa is the first game. If you win that, you hold on to third. And if Manchester United drop points versus Nottingham Forest, they drop out of the top 4 completely this week. So what are we saying, people? I'm gonna start with the neutrals here. Vice, what are you saying? Who do you think? What do you think the results are going to be for those 3 games? And who do you think is going to be in the top 4 come the end of the weekend, based off your results?
I have Newcastle been in the top 4.
Okay, so they win
This
their
is why
game.
I love Bice so much. See what I mean? Like it's just a rider, man.
So Newcastle beat Aston Villa.
100%. I don't think Villa's good enough to beat them. If I think about because remember at the beginning of the season, I was skeptic of Newcastle. You know what I mean? I gave them the props. I gave them the props. I did everything right. You know what I'm saying? I knew it would be coming, but like when I'm thinking of this Aston Villa team, you have inconsistencies all around the pitch, except for probably Ollie Watkins. You see what I'm saying? Everybody else is inconsistent. And when I look at Newcastle's team, I don't think you can look at a specific area and say that's going to let them down. Everybody's just next man up. Everybody's consistent. When you have Callum Wilson scoring goals as well, you can't write it. You just can't write it. I don't see Tottenham.
He's not a bad player though.
Yeah, he's not a bad player, but like we know his overall game is the biggest aspect of his play. Like it's not really the goal scoring, it's the overall play, how he gets other people involved. So even when he's getting in on the goals, you just have to.
Yo, what does this mean?
No, don't. Just
Take
get rid
it
of it.
down,
Get rid of
take
it.
it
Get rid of
down.
it. Get rid of it.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
Monetization.
I have no idea what that means. Anyways, guys, just to try to quicken this up, I'm gonna ask Kendall, what do you think the result's gonna be this weekend? Tottenham, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, Man United. What are you saying?
Sadly, I do think. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't want Tottenham to win 1-1. I think we're going to beat Aston Villa 3-1, and I think Nottingham Forest, Man United. I think it's going to be 1-0 Nottingham Forest. That's just what I'm hoping. And might not be what I think, but it's what I hope.
Rom, same thing.
Although they're having a bit of an injury crisis as well at the moment, and they proper blaming us for sending them down now. They're saying that we sold them Shelby and Wood because we wanted them to get sent down.
Damn.
Wow.
I didn't
know.
Wait, Gal, individual scores or who do I think will get top 4?
Just individual scores, because top 4, we'll talk about that another time.
I think Tottenham nick it. I think Tottenham win at like a 2-1. Bournemouth take the lead and then they'll just scum their way to a win. I think Spurs win 2-1. I think Newcastle nick it 2-1 as well at Villa. It'll be tough, early morning kickoff, but I think Newcastle nick it. And like we were just saying a couple minutes ago, I think United draw that game, honestly. I think that ends 2-2. I just think this injury, the psychological effect of it, that's basically a spine injured. Yes, I think Bruno's back for this, but I don't really know where their goal's going to come from. And they're now relying on a Martial, and he's I hate that club, but he's one of my favourite players. But they now need to just pray he doesn't get injured because he's very injury prone. If he gets injured soon now, they're in an even bigger crisis. So I think, Forest United draw, Newcastle and Tottenham will win.
There you go.
Oh, we
Steph,
better
what
not
you saying?
lose. It's early kickoff on Saturday. I can't deal.
Don't
I
worry, you're
can't
not
deal
us.
if that's early
You're not
kickoff,
us. We
like,
lose.
and we lose, and the rest of the weekend just
Everybody
absolutely
has
atrocious.
that thing, though.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of nervous to 12
Don't
o'clock
worry,
kickoff.
don't
I
worry.
know.
Chelsea,
We've not won
Chelsea
it.
will
We've
just
not won a
get
12
somebody.
o'clock kickoff this year.
We haven't had a
Chelsea
3 o'clock
is
kickoff
like
on the
us.
afternoon for literally
Trust me,
till
man.
last week for about
Chelsea's gonna
4
give
months.
everybody a reason to laugh. Just watch. Chelsea's gonna give everybody a reason to laugh.
Yeah, Steph,
But
what you
you
saying?
got that
Oh,
Brighton.
man.
You got
Steph,
Brighton.
Steph, what are you saying for the Newcastle and Tottenham games? Because I know you're gonna say United win.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Listen, you guys don't know me. I'm new to this space, but I'm one of the less deluded United fans you're gonna see. I get hyped up when we win, whatever. I'm still a fan at the end of the day, but I'm not deluded. I have to
We
look
need
at
to
today's
we need to
injuries.
protect you at all costs. Then if that's the case. Protect you
You're
at
a
all
rare breed.
costs. Yeah.
Listen, as I said, you'll see me here talking my shit when we win sometimes, and I get carried away and whatever. But when I look at today's injuries, I don't even know. Lisandro, as you said, I know he's out. I don't know if Varane was taken out precautionary or if he's like out because I think we could deal. Like, let's be honest, Nottingham Forest are shit. We played them twice this year. We scored 6
Ooh,
against them
that's
in 2
I
games.
know that right there is the death knell.
Listen,
That
bro,
right there.
that's
When
what I'm
you say
saying.
that on the stream,
If it's another game, I would sit here and be a little bit more worried. I still want to know. I don't want to take a prediction like until I know the severity of Varane's injury. If Varane is playing, I still think we could cope with it just because of how bad Nottingham Forest are. If it's another team, I'm a little bit more worried. But these lot are shit. There's no way these guys are doing anything against us if we at least have Varane, because we could deal with Maguire next time. Lindelof. I do believe Shaw's coming back soon because his injury was not bad. They said he would be back in a week or two. So he could actually be on the bench next game, something like that. I'm trying to put all these things together before I make my prediction. Plus the fact that I've never seen anything good from Nottingham Forest. They're absolutely garbage.
So throw everything away. Just to give us quick predictions with Tottenham, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, and Newcastle. What are you saying for those?
Those are easier predictions. I don't know why everyone's going against Villa. Villa has not lost a game since February 18th. I just checked, which is against Arsenal. They're undefeated since. So today's what? April 13th. So you're talking about 2 months ago.
2 months, yeah.
So it's almost 2 months undefeated.
We also have had two weeks of national break.
Okay, well, definitely include that. I'm just saying
psychologically. On this. Villa taking the W.
No, I get that. But psychologically, when you sit there and you know you haven't lost a game since February 18th, you haven't tasted defeat in a while. And besides that, they've won like what 4 games on the bounce. I think they're cooking. They're at home. Unai Emery's doing something over there. I don't know. I just think that's a Aston Villa win written all over it. I'm not diminishing Newcastle. I'm not disrespecting Newcastle. I just don't see Newcastle going to Villa in the form that they're in right now and just taking easy 3 points. I could be wrong at the end of the day, but I see a Villa.
You know, we've also won 5 games on the bounce. Did you know that?
Yeah, but you're away from home, so I got to give it to the home crowd. We got piped up 3-1 in the beginning of the year when Unai Emery took over. So I know how it is to go. I don't like playing Villa at home at all. I always hate that fixture.
They're playing really well as well. Like the football that they're playing is really
good
good.
Form. Ollie Watkins is good form. It's going to be a really good game. Let's be honest. Is that the first game of the week? That's the kickoff game?
Yeah, first game.
That's the game I'm watching.
Vader, are you co-signing what he said? Are you going for Villa over?
It's going to be the game that I'm going to be most interested in because Villa are in very good form, and we know Villa are playing their way into Europe.
They're 6 points behind Spurs. You get 3 points.
That's what I'm saying.
Spurs are always 1 game away from a slip up. Let's just be honest. I don't know who's the Spurs fan over here because you're about to hate me.
Jay, right next to you.
Okay, sorry, Jay. You're about to hate me. But we know what Spurs do. You're 6 points ahead of Villa. Villa's playing well. Villa has eyes on that.
You know that mean? This is the first time I've ever had the misfortune of hearing you. And you've just said that Villa are going to... You want to talk you're talking spicy to me about Villa. Like
I'm just trying to cook. You know that meme? You know that meme?
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Keep this guy out the kitchen.
I'm not having it. There's teams in the bottom half of the Premier League that need to be scared. No. No,
All right,
What
all right.
did I
I'm
do
not
to
saying you're
deserve
gonna-
this?
Who
I'm
said
minding
that?
my
Premier League
business.
winner,
That's
man.
serious. That was
Hey,
I'm
no,
minding
let's
my
be honest.
business,
You
cuz.
will
I'm
respect
minding my
Tottenham,
Three
you know.
teams
I'm
in the
not
top
saying
four race.
I did not. Listen, let
I'm
me
Why
tell
the
you.
big
minding my
six, you
business,
know?
cuz.
It's
Like,
the
I'm
big
just
six for a
chilling.
reason. We might be
Yo,
the run
Bryce,
of
you're
the
not
level. Let's
involved.
go
No,
part of the
let me-
six, you know.
Let me clear it,
I
bro.
mean,
I did not
using the
say
six, you know.
I did not say Spurs is gonna lose this game. I'm
Okay,
saying Spurs
all right,
is
all
always
right,
one
okay.
game away from a slip up, and Villa know that.
Mm,
No, come on. I
can't
don't
say
know who
I
you're
can
playing
back
next.
you know,
The
no.
first away game Spurs has, I'm gonna look at that game. I don't know who they're playing. I know you're home this week. Next
We've
week,
got-
whoever you're playing the next game away from home, I know that's a game that you guys are
It's
potentially gonna slip.
Newcastle.
They're-
by the way.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
God.
So
Oh, Lordy,
see, I
Lordy,
didn't
Lordy.
even know that. So you're
Yo,
telling
you
me
can't make
Aston
this shit
Villa.
up, bro. You can't
Staffy,
make
you
it.
set me up.
I didn't even
This
know,
guy
bro. But
set
see,
me up.
this is Allah knows that what I'm saying
Oh.
is true. You don't want no bullshit on this channel right now.
Jesus.
So
Jeez.
Oh, you're
away to
facing
Newcastle.
United.
Oh, but come on, bro. You saw what we did to them in the first game.
I feel like this is the women's. This is the women's. Is this the women's?
I think it is because
Women.
that's
Oh my
at
God, I
home.
picked the wrong thing.
We played at
Yeah.
home.
Of course,
We
man.
played
Of
at
course,
home.
man.
L by
How did I
God.
pick
I know it's
the
about those
women?
women's
Wow.
results.
How did I get the women's? Yo, that's the biggest L. Spurs. How did I pick the women's team? That's a mad thing. That's since when is the women's team the default for Spurs? Are they the only-
Look at the fixture, bro. Newcastle, Man United, and
That
Liverpool.
next, yeah,
Aston
four-
Villa are like this
yeah.
right now. This is how Aston Villa are looking at this
Mhm.
fixture. They know they're coming for it. Okay, with
Yo,
6
guys.
points behind.
We need to move a little quicker.
Yeah, I'll say
So-
real quick. I
Just give you a quick
think
prediction.
Aston Villa.
I think Villa
Newcastle-
beat Newcastle, you know.
I think it's a
they
draw.
beat 'em.
I think it's a draw.
I
They're
think
both
they
gonna be
beat
fighting
'em.
for their lives. I think it's
Nah.
a draw.
Giving you guys the death stare.
Did I just see Saint Maximum is out for 4 to 6 weeks?
No,
they
it's
don't
not,
need
it's not
him.
true. It's not true. No, it's not true
Hey,
because he said he's got a
It's
grade
not
2
true.
tear. No, they said he had a grade 2 tear, which you can't run on. He was literally
Oh,
running
now-
yesterday,
oh,
so
so
it's
now
not.
Kendall-
He'll be back this weekend. I'm telling you.
Kendall's a
He
doctor
knows.
when it comes
always
to the
these
favorite players.
fugazi
Yeah, I
sources,
love it.
Okay.
The Newcastle. Listen, all I'm gonna say is my prediction: Manchester United are gonna slip up.
Yeah.
Newcastle
Yeah.
are gonna solidify third, and I genuinely
Huh?
believe it's gonna be Tottenham, Manchester United top 4 race.
Tottenham
Listen,
wins. They get more home
Newcastle are
cooking.
losing to Villa. Yeah,
Okay.
they're holding the L. Saint Max, yeah, he's been cooking. He was
Okay,
looking good.
let's look at the running. Let's look at the running, and this is
Show
gonna
me
be between,
Newcastle's running. Show me Newcastle's running.
This is Tottenham's running. Tottenham's
That's a
running
tough-
right now.
that's
It
a-
looks
you know
hard.
that's a tough running.
Nah, just
I think-
one
I think we're
game at a
getting
time.
about-
What are you doing? One game at a time.
Do you know
One
what I
game
mean?
at a time, right? Let's look at Newcastle's running because Newcastle's running doesn't look that hard in my opinion. Oh wait,
Our running's
this is
okay.
a
After tomorrow
tricky
till
running,
Arsenal,
you
it's
know.
okay.
they face Southampton, they face Leeds, they face Leicester, they face Everton, and they face
Talk
Tottenham.
about May 7. Don't skip that one.
Okay, these
Listen,
next.
I'm not
three
gonna lie to
games,
you.
yeah?
I'm not gonna lie to you. If we draw against Man City, it could be a situation where we could drop points against Newcastle and still win the league.
These next 3 games for Newcastle, they're interesting. These next 3 games, because I
And
know.
let's look at United's just to see what United's fixtures look like. Just in
I
case.
think United draw. They possibly lose this weekend because they're going to be playing Europa 4 days later.
And FA Cup.
Who have United got this weekend? Forest. Now United are going to duppy Forest up surely. If United drop
I
points
don't
to Forest,
understand how anyone
Injury
thinks Forest
crisis,
is-
man.
Yeah,
United
Who
have
that
the
running-
easiest
do you
fixtures.
not watch Forest guys? Do you guys not see them every week? Like
No, but they're good
absolute shit.
defensively. They don't
Rafi,
see a lot of
are
goals.
you having to go at Spurs again?
No. I said Forest. I didn't say
Forest.
Spurs.
Oh, I was going to say that's
Let's
terrible.
be real.
Yo, he's hella
Nobody watches
defensive
these
today.
teams, bro.
Listen,
James,
guys,
bro, everyone's
guys,
smoke, isn't he? Like you come in, you kind of
Guys,
get a
Yeah,
word
you're
in
hot,
into
man.
it.
You gotta
It's
lose
like,
the hat.
bloody
You
hell.
gotta
guys,
lose
we're
the hat.
gonna
You're
have
hot.
to move on because we got 2 people who need to jump out of the stream before
It's Jay Jam,
before
crook.
11:30.
Guys,
So we're
what
gonna
are you
move on
talking about?
quickly.
I
Right now,
hate you all the way down
I can
there.
do quarter two. I can do quarter two now. I can do quarter two.
I was gonna talk about your club next, but then we can go to Vader's then next. Guys, Manchester City are a problem. Everyone here, can we address that? Can we address Manchester
Because
City?
I've been telling you for months, and you just keep telling me that I'm
No,
deluded.
you said
bro.
they're
What's this?
boring. You said their
I
football's
said
boring.
they are boring, bro. What we're lying about? We're not lying here. This not lying. They're boring. The football is predictable. Everybody knows what's gonna happen. We just can't stop it, bro. It's like Robin with the left foot, bro. We just can't stop it. No time. We just can't do it. Every time I try to talk to somebody about it, they tell me I'm deluded or biased. They don't know football. Then a couple days later, I'm seeing guys on the timeline. Oh my God, I'm just so bored watching City. Like Haaland, he doesn't even play that good every week. But bro, I've been warning. They don't need it.
I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna go to United and Man City fan for this one. And of course, Rom, you're probably gonna co-sign it. Everyone should be afraid of what Manchester City could do this season. They could win the Champions League, they could win the FA Cup, they could win the league, and they could do it while they're three-peating. If they do that, that will be the best team in Premier League's history. Manchester United fans like staff, you should be afraid.
You should scare them the most.
You should be afraid. Arsenal fans, I'm already afraid. That's the reality. I'll give it to them. They're scary team. Everyone who has a remaining game facing them, be very afraid. But at the same time, me being delusional, I need my guy. What do you call it? What's the guy? Dean Smith to do me a favor against them this weekend.
There you have it, guys. He admitted it.
There's no reason. There's no need to be fearful, Gal. You've been top of the league since the beginning of this season. You remain there. It's week 31. You're still at the top. No need to be.
I know what you're doing, Beta.
Okay, but no one should be afraid of the possibility that you guys could do a treble because it's currently on.
Why should they be worried about a treble when you're winning the league? All right, the best we can do.
You used to say this to us. I remember it. I remember these lyrics.
I don't like using that T word. Don't use the treble word around me, please.
No, but the reality is,
don't use it around me.
Staff, you want Arsenal to win the league or you want somebody else to win the Champions League because Man City at this moment in time could take away two of your most historic things that your club has accomplished in the Premier League era.
We can't take it away.
Well, they won't take it. They will. Okay, so when you talk about that, they will be the second team to do it. So there's no the bragging rights of being the only person that did something goes away. It doesn't take away what we did. I kind of understand what you're trying to say.
But we keep it in Manchester.
Yeah, but they can.
We keep it in Manchester.
I don't want to keep it in Manchester.
What is this?
We keep it in Manchester. Manchester's the hub.
They get a treble on the 3P.
You're not gonna win me with Matt. I don't like you guys.
Treble on the 3P.
Try to sugarcoat it and say
did anyone see what he did? He said we're keeping it in Manchester. Like,
listen, he heard the American accent. He thought I don't understand what it means. No, trust me, I understand what it means. I don't fucking like you guys. You guys might do it, but I don't like you guys.
Mutual.
So
but
there's
no need to be scared. There's no need to be scared. There's so much season left to play, right? And look, we got to possibly face you in FA Cup, right? So
I had more chest for that game until today. I don't think we stand a chance with no Martinez. I think our only hope to save the season is if we put Luke Shaw in a left center back to accommodate Varane, because we did see that earlier in the season, right after the World Cup. It kind of worked for us. We'll still have to wait and see how that works out. But for right now, I have no chest to talk about the FA Cup. I don't even know when it is. I don't even have chest to talk about the FA Cup semifinal because we're dismissing Brighton like we're going to just get past them like they're nothing. We're playing Brighton in the semifinal. That's not an easy game. I'm not looking forward to that game. That's a team they're going to give us some of the best football for us to deal with in the season compared to like maybe City, Arsenal, a little bit of what Liverpool did to us. These are one of the toughest games that we're going to have this season, and I'm not looking forward to that at all.
And you guys all need to just calm down. I still have to play a second leg against Bayern. I still have to play.
The tie's done. Stop. The tie's done. You have people punching themselves up in the locker room. What's going on?
Okay. Then I still need to possibly play Vice or Real Madrid in the semi.
Bro, you know I'm not doing nothing. Cause stop it, man. Stop it. You know.
Right.
Listen, I see Chelsea fans.
Don't even upset me with that. Cause don't try to involve me.
I've seen Chelsea fans tweeting that we have to let them win against Man City. You think
these guys on the timeline are acting like it's a choice, like we can just let's let them win because it's no choice, bro. I've been MIA from the channel for months. The last time you guys saw me, I was a little bit bigger than this. You know what I mean?
Lean, man. You're looking lean,
bro. I've been going to the gym after every game. These guys depress me so much, bro.
Big up back.
I don't
large up Vice, man. It's better to emotionally
more to do, bro. You see, Jay's off camera now. Jay tried to sell me this Graham Potter's the next guy in this beginning of the season. I was like, yo, stop chatting shit, bro. This guy's mid. We've been trying to get 40 points since the second week of February. It's almost May now. I'm still on 39 points.
You haven't won a game in 2 months,
bro. 39 points.
I think they're on like 4
guys, is it possible? Is it possible for you to have a goal of the month in April?
I think the last goal was a penalty.
That's real.
Yeah,
maybe-
but
It was a joke. They've not scored in April.
It's just gonna be.
Oh, they gotta go
easier
to the
pick.
women's team then. How's
It's
the
just
women's
gonna
team
be
going?
easier to
Yeah,
pick.
yeah.
The
Go
women's
to the
team.
women's
I heard the women's team are doing well.
Hold
Yo,
on, hold
Gal
on.
switches back to the women's team. It works
Hold
out.
on,
man.
We
hold
play.
on,
We
hold
play
on.
Barcelona in the
Hold
next
on,
leg.
guys. Hold on, guys. When was the last
Chelsea
time
have not
Chelsea won a
scored in
game?
April.
Watch
When was
him,
the last
watch
time
him.
Chelsea won a game? So this is April.
Why
They
you
didn't
why you
score a
guys doing
goal.
this to Bice, man?
April they didn't score a goal. They scored a goal in March. They drew. They won
Oh,
against Leicester. That's the
mid-March,
last time they
too.
won a game.
Everton
They won
Oh.
in March.
2-2.
But remember, there was 2 weeks
They
of
won against
international
Leeds.
break.
They
Remember?
beat Dortmund. That was good.
That was good.
Cause
No,
just
they
stop
don't-
scrolling up, bro.
Okay.
Stop scrolling up.
You had 2 weeks of international break. It's not quite the same, right?
Stop
It's not quite the
scrolling
same.
up. What are you doing to me, bro? What's this? Stop scrolling
I'm
up.
not gonna
bro.
lie.
Ass.
I just wanted to see what was actually happening. But yeah, it is peak. So based on what we're talking about, this culminates perfectly. You have Chelsea, who their season's pretty much done and dusted, and you have Man City, who their season could end in massive glory. Let's be honest, the two teams were in a Champions League final just a couple of years ago. It just shows the trajectory of what happened with the two clubs. One team won the cup and they fell off a cliff. The other team lost the cup and they went the other way.
Fell off a
Similar
cliff
thing
is
happened with
insane.
Liverpool and Tottenham, where Tottenham went on to lose and they lost and they continued to capitulate and they sacked their manager. Where you guys went on to go and win the league after you won the Champions League.
Because I was third comfy
Now
last season. We
Bro, they were
hired a
fourth when they won the
we
Champions League.
hired a bum. We hired a bum, a fraud that everybody tried to sell me as the greatest thing ever. You know what I mean? They tried to tell me, oh my God, he's going to England. He's going to be the next best thing. Oh my God, Bice, you don't know football. His tactics, it's champagne, it's liquid football. I told you guys. Liquid football is either champagne or piss if you stand far away. When you go close, that's the only time you can tell the difference. It's either
Wait, who are we
champagne
talking
or
about?
piss.
He's
It's
talking
either
about
champagne
Chelsea.
or piss with liquid football, bro. This Graham Potter guy.
Bro, you don't blame Todd Bowley.
Listen, Todd Bowley's an idiot for sacking Thomas Tuchel. Idiot. That's where the season went wrong. Bringing in Graham Potter, he's the worst Chelsea manager I've ever seen in my lifetime. I believe he's the worst Chelsea manager, period.
But
What
whose
about
fault
Frank
is that,
Lampard?
though?
But you know what, Bash,
Well,
yeah?
whose fault?
Bash, I'm not saying
It's the
you.
owner's
I'm not
fault.
saying you, but Chelsea fans just spoke because when Tuchel's in charge, I was hearing he needs to be sacked. He's playing Sterling right wing.
Yeah.
And this is why when Graham Potter was doing the same things, I came on Eagles channel and I asked Jay, I said, Jay, you told me he'd play guys in the position. Why is Raheem Sterling playing left wing back? He didn't want to say anything. He said it takes time. I said, all right, calm. I said, Jay, he
It
comes
would
up.
still take Graham Potter.
You'll find the right manager. You
He
will.
said, yo, 11 games, no wins. I said, Jay, he did this at Brighton. What happened? He said, Bice, you ain't seeing the vision. He's the guy. I said, all right. 2 wins in 17 games. I said, Jay, what happened? You told me he was the Messiah. You told me he was this. He's England's next manager. Bice, I think it's Chelsea ruining him. I said, Jay, listen, let's be real. You only watch Brighton against Manchester City and Liverpool. You never watched them when they was drawing to Southampton, losing to Newcastle, losing to all these teams, no wins, no points. And you just had mid-table shiny thing syndrome, bro. This guy's mid. He was never. I'm not gonna say he's not a good coach. He was never elite as it was being made out to be, bro. Because guys like to watch mid-table teams against big teams only, and the games that they should win, you assume that they lost because of something crazy. He came under the lights. It was the wrong time for him. He fucked my season up with it. He kept telling me the boys gave everything. Now Lampard is telling me that the boys ain't giving enough. Bro, just we go again next season still. Luis Enrique. Let's go.
Season's over. The title of the video
It's over because I just need 40 points so I can sleep comfortable at night. You know, I literally woke up last night cold sweat because I thought I finished the season with 39 points, bro.
Give my guy a point. Give my guy a point so he can sleep at night.
I just need a point at this point, bro. And I'm done.
Just for Bice's sake, I don't think anyone else needs to talk about Chelsea. But if you guys,
I was looking forward to, but now I feel bad. I don't even want to talk about it. The guy's losing sleep over it.
There's no point. Let's get back to Man City. By the way, Haaland, guys. Haaland has already surpassed Mo Salah's goal record. He surpassed what's it called? The single season goal record for Premier League player. He surpassed Salah. He surpassed Van Nistelrooy. And at this moment in time, he's on pace to break the record for the most goals for a first season, most goals for a player in the Premier League, most goals for Man City in a single season has already been broken. Most goals he's gonna in the Champions League for a British player, a British team player, English team player, EPL player. It's all these things he's gonna break. The guy's a machine. Man City's on for the treble. Talk to me, guys. Tell me, are these guys beatable or are they unstoppable? What is
Can
it?
you just be bad at something? Like, it's actually annoying. Like, can you just be bad at something? Anything. Like, you're good looking, like Viking-esque good looking. Like, you've got unbelievable hair. You're a good footballer. Like, go away. I can't stand these people. Like, be bad at something, man. I'm actually so tired of it. But he's such a good footballer. And I tell you what really annoys me when people are like, oh, he's such a stat padder, like tapping merchant. I'm like, that is literally his job. Like, what do you want him to do? I actually don't get that. Like, what? It's just such a weird, way to like bring negativity to him. It just doesn't even make any sort of sense. But he's so good, man. He's too good.
Remember when they came in, guys were saying the Bundesliga is a farmers' league. Let's see how it does in England, bro.
Rory Jennings.
That guy. Please don't even.
Has
mention
Rory
his
ever
name.
had a good take though? Let's be fair.
No, that guy. Rory Jennings
only
was
good
saying
take is
Graham
Arsenal's
Potter's the
gonna win the
Messiah
league.
as well, bro. I have clips on it. I have clips of Rory Jennings, bro. That guy, he's,
Listen, you know who my flop of the season was going into the season? Big up my actually don't big him up. But AK said we've had
Who?
AK said
Voldemort.
right? Yeah.
Voldemort
And then my prediction was Raheem Sterling would be a flop. And he's looking like that.
Yeah, he made the wrong choice.
You know what's crazy about him looking like it? I only think he's played like 6 games in his preferred position all season.
What's his preferred position?
Left wing, bro.
Okay. And you
He
know
hasn't
what?
played there.
Actually, Kendall, it looks like you're rocking the latest hairstyle there.
I know, I've gone
that
Haaland's
Haaland's
hair.
got.
I noticed when I was on about his hair, I was thinking, oh my god, people's gonna think that I've done
She
it on
braided
purpose,
his
but I
hair.
haven't.
He braided his hair for him.
I did it for him, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where
Holland is amazing,
Erling
and
Haaland, though.
these
Erling
records
Haaland,
are going to
that
continue.
guy's-
Let
that guy's a machine,
me
bro.
get some chess from Vader. Vader, is the title race over for Arsenal if we drop points to you guys?
Oh, if you drop points to us at home, well, we need the win. It's not enough just to drop points. I don't think a draw is going to be enough. We need to get that win. We need to be at home and get that win.
If you guys beat us at the Etihad, is it over?
I'm confident to say we're going to win the league if we beat you at home.
Do
Because
you think you drop any points from now to the end of the season?
I can't see it right now. But that's everybody being healthy, right? That's everyone being healthy. I think the target, let me just say this. I think the target of us playing you will have the players dialed in, not wanting to drop a game, right?
Yeah.
Now, do we relax? Do you guys relax whether you drop points to us? Do we? I don't quite know, but that's something that happens. And I know that your run after playing us the first time, right? And I know it wasn't a league game; it was when in the FA. But after you suffered that loss to us, that's your worst spell. I think you took a loss and you took a draw. So will your team respond the same way? We'll have to wait and see. But I know that game is going to have so much weight on it that it's kind of like whichever team wins, I think springboard forward to close out the season.
Okay, so everyone, I don't need any additional comments on this. Just let me know in quickest cliff notes possible what you think is going to happen this weekend. Arsenal versus West Ham, Man City versus Leicester, and then Arsenal also plays Southampton next before we play Man City. Do you think Arsenal win both games going into the City game, or do you think we drop points there? Do you think Leicester do something versus Man City? Let me know what you guys think. Personally, for me, I hope that Leicester with the new manager Bounce can do something, but it's very unlikely. And I just hope that I know we're going to beat Southampton at home. West Ham, we can't drop points. The most important game of the season is the next game versus West Ham. Because if you drop points versus West Ham, title, you consider it done. If you drop points versus West Ham.
I think Arsenal win their next 2 and City win. I think points will be dropped. Not even just in the game. Well, obviously in the game that you two versus each other, but I think both of you will drop points in the game after you face each other. But I think in the next couple, I think Arsenal win the next 2 and City City beat Leicester. I just think
Where
until
do City drop points? They play Fulham, West Ham, Leeds,
I think Everton away. Everton's their bogey team. I think Everton have something for City, but same way I think Newcastle have something for Arsenal when you go there. So, and you know what? Bias may disagree, but the Chelsea fans I spoke to said their season relies on that one game.
Jesus
If they can take points from Arsenal, I
Bro,
spoke to Chelsea fans and they said that will
those
make their
guys
season.
are deluded, bro. Those are the same guys that was telling me that Lampard being on the touchline will get us a win against Real Madrid, bro.
A red
The-
card
the-
did you dirty, Bice. A red card
Bro,
did you dirty.
Because we were already 2-0 down. We're already
Listen.
1-0 down.
You're 1-0 down, man.
You got Man City fans here saying they fear Brentford on the final day of the season. Imagine, typical Man City, they go 1-0
No,
down.
but
versus
last season,
When does
bro,
Tony's ban
Yo,
come into play?
Yo,
When
people,
does Tony get
Kendall's got
banned?
to go. A lot of you guys got to go. So let's quickly do this.
Just in
Anybody
France.
think the title race changes this weekend? Nothing changes, right?
No,
Yeah.
I think he's both in all them
I
games
need,
there.
I
Like
need
the three
West Ham
games.
to do something for me.
Okay, nothing changes this weekend. Final topic of the day. Jude Bellingham. Anyone want to say it? The guys that got to go. You want to say something?
Let me
Kendall?
say this about it. If that kid doesn't come to Liverpool, I don't care what anybody wants to say about Chelsea Football Club. This would be one of the biggest bottle jobs in transfer history. You've been
got it.
twerking. I live in Atlanta, bro. I've never seen strippers twerk like how Liverpool have been twerking for Jude Bellingham. And for this guy not to come, guys are saying, oh my God, he's walking around with Trent. Look at him and Henderson. He's captain. Someone bought a Jude Bellingham number 8 shirt already, bro.
He's a fool. But I see it. I see it on tape. But you know what, guys? I'm in the small minority. When I saw the news, I was quite happy because I always wanted 3 midfielders for the price of him. But I'm not stupid. On principle, it's embarrassing. We did not buy midfielders for 18 months for this guy than to not get him. So it is embarrassing. But me personally, as a fan, I'd rather spread that out between 3 or 4 midfielders. I wasn't too.
Will
down
everybody
beat
be
about
tuning into Husam's live stream when he shaves his head bald?
Yeah, he has to shave.
Trust me.
He won't do it. He won't do it. He said he will.
No,
but
he's
I
gonna
guarantee
do
he
it.
will not do
No,
it.
he will. I spoke to him on there. I think he actually.
One second. He's gonna do it single-handedly because of the amount of people who want to see it. Let's be
Yeah,
Said
he
not
has
the
to do
beard
it.
though. Not
He
the
has to be
beard.
a man of his
just
word.
I told him to
It
do a
will
collab
be
with
the
HD
most
Cuts.
watched video on his channel in a long time. Let's be honest. You're gonna have people who don't like him watching it.
Oh, I'll be
Yeah,
watching it.
he has to be a man of his word and do it. But the Grizz,
Listen,
the
I
Grizz
remember when I
Don,
had to paint myself blue. I had like 400 Chelsea fans in the chat. I've never
Wait,
seen
you
them on the
what?
channel since.
You what?
I had to paint myself blue after they won the Champions League.
Oh, I didn't know.
I need to see.
Did you
I
not see
didn't
that?
know
You will.
I didn't
not.
see
I've
it.
never seen that video.
I have the
Oh, man.
screenshots.
I won't.
I had
Everyone
to
was
do it.
calling him. Was it Megamind?
Yeah, people were calling me Megamind. People were calling me
I'm
various
dead.
things. Listen,
Oh,
long
man.
story short, I want to go through everyone right now. Jude Bellingham. Imagine he goes to City. Vader, what are you saying?
No, that would piss me off.
the fan base is kind of split on him, right? I mean, they're judging him harshly. They say no player's worth this 150, 160 or whatever it's going to be. But the kid's 19 years old. The kid's 19 years old, and he's got a tremendous promise. I've seen him play against us the last 2 years, and 2 years ago, 2 years younger, he got a goal against us, an assist. Like he was nice. This is champion.
That was a year ago.
Yo,
That
that's
was
crazy.
a year ago.
Yeah, yo,
Yeah,
that's
it was a while ago.
the views for Don are going to be crazy. But yeah, man, he's 19. He's got tremendous potential. And again, I wasn't one to really say we need him. But again, if the board, if Pep want him, and again, I said this with Haaland, those two were teammates. The chemistry, the synergy between them, if they happen to be on the same team, I think would be nice. Pep getting such a young player at 19 can mold him to what he needs to be. Any deficiencies, any things you guys think aren't part of his game, Pep can coach that into him. So if he does come to City, I'm gonna cheer him on. I'm gonna root for him. But if he doesn't, he should end up in Liverpool from everything that I've been hearing.
Yo, Kendall, what are you saying before you go?
Yeah,
just
just like how can you literally be so bad at grooming? Like, please, like, don't ever do that again. Like, they literally sent Trent Alexander-Arnold there to groom. They sent Jordan Henderson to groom. Where are we at, guys? Where are we at? I just think it's just very random why they would leak this information. Don't know why they did that. Also, I think it's very much giving me like, a guy moves to a girl, she rejects him, and he's like, oh, she's butters anyway.
Was
Know what I
just going
mean?
to say that.
Like, it's very much giving me like, we rejected him first before he rejected us. Like, that's what I'm getting from this situation. But I honestly, I still think it could happen, you know. But
to compare it to grooming is wild, by the way.
they literally grooming in the purest sense, not obviously illegal criminal grooming, because Jude Bellingham is not a child. But in the general sense of the word, I just think it's just weird. And the fact that they've literally, so much of their transfer businesses rested on this, or at least signed, like, not specifically Jude, but a really, really good midfielder. Well, specifically Jude. But I just think it's really, really weird. And they just should never have said that initially. They should have just cracked on and said, we'll do what we want in the summer. But now it's like they just look bad, and they're already in a bad place with the fans, and they're just 10 times worse, in a 10 times worse place now. So it was just very foolish from them, to be fair.
I think he goes City or Real Madrid. But Vader, you made a crazy face. What was that? You're shocked.
No, I mean, the reaction is just wherever he ends up, right? The spin on Liverpool and their media and their PR team, it's going to be on overdrive. It's already going to be on overdrive.
I need that.
The Grizz Dons out there with all of their predictions that he's coming are going to be in reverse. It's going to be great to see.
I never understood where that came from. I never understood where that was coming from. The whole chest that Jude Bellingham is coming to us. I was like, are they not watching the same season we're watching? You're playing some of the worst football in the whole country.
No, but you're not big Liverpool. No disrespect, Rams, but they're saying we're big Liverpool. He's coming anyways.
Yeah, but sorry, you're not.
It was small things like him and his dad taking a selfie in the front seat with a 7 after we battered you lot. Oh, that means he's coming Liverpool. It was small things that some of our deluded fans were taking.
We did that with Haaland. Haaland was wearing red slippers. He's coming to Arsenal. What the hell are we talking about here?
Didn't Mudryk do that with Arsenal?
Arsenal do that with everyone.
You know another thing?
You know, do that with anybody.
You know another thing we
Someone
did?
takes a picture of Henri. They're coming to Arsenal.
Another thing we did, Staffy, he said his idol was Gerrard. Automatically, that meant he's a Liverpool fan. He didn't even have a team supporting when he grew up. Obviously, Birmingham's his club because he's from the city, but he didn't actually support a team. His dad supported Liverpool, so all of a sudden he was. It's the little things our fans were nitpicking at. That's what it was.
Listen, I'm just gonna say this. Big up Vader for jumping on. If you do get them, good luck to you. Kendall, I know you got to jump out too, so big up.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We're gonna just end it. Before we end it off. Big up Vader, bro.
Great show.
Before we end it off, I'm just gonna say this. You don't really care too much. You're unpopular, Mr. Liverpool. Unpopular opinions. You are. You're not too fazed by this.
No, Gal, don't get it twisted. For me, it's embarrassing because it's principle. You can't. And the thing is, Klopp has to take some blame for this as well. It's majority FSG, but Klopp was given money. People act like FSG haven't backed Klopp at all. They have. They've given him money. He chose the gap post, the Nunes. Let's not put all the blame on FSG. Yes, they've not backed us how we want the last 4 or 5 years, but they've given this guy money. And Klopp was the one who was stubborn. Like, no, cool. We will never get in Tchouaméni. We'll never get in Bruno. He said, you know what? I'm going to wait for Bellingham. I'm going to wait.
Remember that?
And that's on him. That is on him. But it's not that I'm not bothered, Gal. Like I always said, even when he was likely to come to us, Gal, I would rather that 150 spread out with 3 midfielders. However, it's embarrassing the fact we've chased him and not got him. That's where it is embarrassing.
Let me throw in stuff in a second. Bro, imagine if he goes to United out of all places.
I don't want him in United, though. I'll tell you something. I don't want him in United. I think he wouldn't. I don't think he would succeed in United. I think we've had way too many of these blockbuster signings. I mean, look at the most recent one with Sancho, and I love Sancho, and I still think he'll do well with United. But look at him. Look at the price tag that he came in with. He came in at what, 75 million, also from Dortmund, also a young talent that left the Premier League or England because Bellingham didn't play in the Premier League, but left England to go to Dortmund, thrive under some European football, get some minutes in, and then come back to England, play for a top team. We've had way too many of these signings. The way our team built, I don't think we can tolerate one more big blockbuster signing where someone's going to come in with so much expectations, such a high price tag, all the media, when you play for United, all the media is on you anyways. So let alone with that price tag, I think it would be the worst thing for him to come to United. That has nothing to do with how I rate him as a footballer, because I do think he's a good footballer. I don't think he should come to us. I don't think he's the right signing for us. And I don't think we need to even like pursue something like that. I think his best two destinations are City and Arsenal. And I don't know if Arsenal will ever pay that fee, a fee that big for that player, because like historically Arsenal don't spend that much. I think at his age and the way, like if you remind me, what's the biggest signing you guys ever made? Was it
Nicolas Pepe?
It's Pepe. Was Pepe that? Yeah, Pepe was what, 72 million, something like that. I think that was the most expensive signing you made. I think the way he is and the stage he's in is in his career, he needs to be nurtured onto his next, like with his next team, he still needs to grow. He's still 19. He's an amazing player, but people forget 19, that's nothing. Like, you're fully developed as a player by the age of 26, 27, 28 maybe. You know, that's when you start entering your prime years. So he's nowhere near that. If you don't put him in a team that's very well organized, let's be honest, who's the two most organized teams right now in the league that play the best football, the easiest football to watch is Man City and Arsenal. Then you can throw United after that, but we're not even there yet in our process. If you don't throw him with a coach like Pep or Arteta, I think he starts to sink, because we've seen it way too many times. These good players that come in at such a young age with such a high price tag, and you put them under a team or a coach that's not really known for development, and they just go nowhere. They just like stay still, they float around, and their career starts taking a hit.
Okay, just before we wrap up, Rom, you gotta go. Have a good one. I'm just gonna ask you, Rom, what you saying on the weekend's predictions? Do you want to just do that quickly?
Well, Liverpool's?
Yeah, Liverpool.
This probably shock you lot, but a 2-1 loss at Leeds. I say that to say this. I'm not even saying we put in a good performance against Arsenal. It was a good second half. But on the back of the City result, on the back of United result, we then normally go to relegation fodder in Leeds. Leeds come to Anfield and beat us, and then Bournemouth away and Nottingham Forest, and then we lose. This is typical Liverpool. We will rise for the big games, and then we will lose smaller ones. And it's Leeds are fighting for their life. Monday night under the lights, Ellen Road, they're going to be up for it. I believe Adams returns from what I've been reading. They've got a few keys that returns. So I think we even go 1-0 up and sell our fans a dream. And I think it's normal settings. I think they come back and win. I know my club by now. I can't really get disheartened by it. I just expect this. Whenever I start to get belief, this is what happens. We go away to relegation fodder and we lose. So I think we lose this 2-1 on Monday.
So there you go. So we've had a prediction of a Leeds win, a Nottingham Forest draw, an Arsenal win versus West Ham, a Man City win.
I'm going to dip there now.
Big
up Bass, big up Safi.
You say Bice, you say Chelsea lose, right?
We play Brighton, right?
Yeah. At home.
Yeah, I think we lose.
100%.
Chelsea lose.
Yeah, Frank Lampard ain't doing nothing to them, bro.
Wolves versus Brentford. Are we saying Brentford get a draw?
Yeah, 2-2. 2-2 draw.
Nah, Wolves are not scoring 2 goals. Where's 2 goals coming from?
Okay, so Brentford win.
If Chelsea got Matheus Nunes to score a rocket, bro, they're gonna score.
Yeah, that's 1 goal.
Okay. Tottenham to beat Bournemouth. We agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everton to beat Fulham.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace beat Southampton. I think Southampton are finished.
Southampton are done. They're going to relegate it.
They're good as done, bro.
Palace has 10 goals in 2 games. They're on a roll. They're not going to score 5 again, but they're going to have a good game.
Done. And then finally, Newcastle versus Aston Villa.
Listen, bro. I'm telling you, that's an Aston Villa win. Everyone else here pretty much said
Newcastle winning, bro. 2-1 or 3-1 or something.
Nah, Ollie Watkins, bro. You'll see.
Yo,
he'll score, but everybody else.
Go check out my Twitter account, ladies and gentlemen. I recently posted something that I wanted to show you guys. Where is it? This is it. So the Premier League did something that is going to be affecting people's lives in a net positive, actually not having to see the gambling promotions on football team shirts going forward. This is a positive step to stop promoting gambling on their kits, and it can help people with gambling addictions because gambling does ruin people's lives. And this is a good thing that the Premier League is doing. I don't know what their intentions are to do it as a voluntary measure, starting in 2026. Clubs like West Ham, Wolves, Watford,
Brentford.
and Brentford, some of these clubs that have gambling sites on their shirt
Newcastle.
will no longer be allowed to have that. Newcastle, of course, they have until 2026 to get it removed and get a new kit. People who are saying this is they're doing this for PR stuff like that. They're doing this for a good reason. When they're doing a good thing, you got to throw W's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. This is a W for the Premier League. Usually we see them come out with dumb stuff, but this is actually a big win for them, in my opinion.
They also they're coming to the US. They're coming to the US this summer, Premier League in the US. So the Chelsea Newcastle game is gonna be right in my city, Atlanta Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I'll be there no matter what. Planning on going to the one in Maryland as well. Some Chelsea fans.
How much money is it? £800 or something crazy?
Huh?
I heard the Arsenal ticket.
They haven't put out the ticket prices.
I was going to say, I don't think they're out yet. Yeah.
We pre-registered for like when the drop, we get like, you know what I mean, first dibs. They sent out the information, but like it's gonna be amazing, bro. Like I'm planning on going to at least 2 games. You know what I'm saying? And then
are Chelsea playing in Atlanta for 2 games?
We're playing in Atlanta for 1. We're playing in Philadelphia for 1, and we're playing in Maryland for 1. So since 2 is on the East Coast, I'm going to those 2 on the East Coast.
Yeah. I might be going to the one in Philadelphia too. My boy's a Chelsea fan, so we might be going. I'm gonna try to go to as many games as I can. United are gonna be in the West Coast. I'm in Jersey, so that's kind of far, but I'm planning on going in any.
There's a game in Jersey as well. A couple of games in Jersey as well.
There's one in Red Bull Arena. Yeah, I forgot. It was Brighton and someone. I think it's Brighton. I'll go there.
Any games in Canada? I'm not in Canada anymore, but
boo. No,
nah, I didn't say anything. It's a US.
Listen, it is what it is. Anyways, I'm out of here, people. You guys have a good one. Spot on Egal. That's a good thing by the PL, 100%. Big up everyone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you guys had a great stream. Big up Bice. Big up Steph for coming on. Big up Kendall. Big up Jay for the short appearance. Big up Vader. And of course, Roms. We'll be back again Sunday with another video. And of course, Saturday, I'm going to do a preview to the West Ham game with the man himself, Dan Lawless, West Ham fan. You guys must have seen him on all these other channels that he's on, of course. And we're out of here, people. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. And of course, get used to seeing Staff, new Man United rep on the channel. Big up to him for jumping on. And Bryce, welcome back, bro. Hopefully you're back. Hopefully you can come on and laugh at other clubs. You don't have to be worrying about your club too much. Your season's done.
Give me that 40 points first.
There you go. We're out of here, people. Peace.
Peace.